Hey, sorry. Sometimes when I do the video thing and then it kind of still looks like it's playing, even though I don't hear it anymore. So anyway, um, welcome everybody. I went live a little bit early because I'm tired and I'm looking forward to going to bed. And also, my friend might call me. She's having a rough day, so I want to be available for her. So if I end this abruptly, that's why. So just to let you guys know. Um, how is everybody? Hey Dozer, hey Jazznaz. We've got Under Your Scars. Um, hey Carrie. Yes, sleep is very important to function. It's been a rough it's been rough last couple of days sleep wise, but it's getting better because it's getting cooler out. So it just still gets a little too hot for me. I would be perfectly fine sleeping in a walk-in freezer, to be honest with you. I mean, I know you couldn't do that logically, but um, there are times where I've debated that. Ah, cool, Jazznaz. Have you been enjoying the new season of Fortnite? Or not season, but this new update? I've been trying to get the reality bite quests going. And then the other, that lady that looks like, I can't remember her name for the life of me, but she looks like not Captain America, Captain Marvel. She looks like Captain Marvel. It's the same, but everyone tells me it's the same actress. Like they used the actress's face to make that character. Anyway, I'm still trying to do those quests. It's not super easy for me. Like one was to slide while shooting at a target, and that took a little bit for me to get that one. I mean, I got it. It's done, but anyway, um, Brendan news. Yes, it's Brie Larson. Yeah, see, that's what everyone keeps telling me, and I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know the actress that well. I just recognize her face. Like, is that Captain Marvel? Everyone's like, yes. I kind of like what you pointed out to me that the foundation was the Rock's face, or somebody else did. I don't remember, but yeah. So I was like, oh, that's funny. How's Brendan doing? He's doing really good. I talked to him Saturday. He was sounded really positive and happy and cheerful. We were laughing and talking about stuff, and he's excited about all the new Pokemon news that's been coming out lately. Except he hasn't been super impressed by how the new Pokemon look. Like there's this new Diglett called Wiglet, and it looks like this worm, and he's just like, it looks weird. Or like the cough, the crab one that I showed you guys. He's just not impressed with them lately. So I don't know. I think the crab one looks awesome, but that's just my opinion. But anyway, yeah, he's doing good. We've got the popcorn event coming up, I think this Saturday. I'll have to look, actually. And then his birthday is coming up on the 19th. He's got his food event coming up on the 18th. Hey, Carol. So we've got a lot of stuff coming up as far as events and stuff for Brendan. So costume contest is coming up. If you guys are carving pumpkins, we've got that too coming up. If you guys want to post your pumpkins. Yeah, Pokemon, I think that's basically it, is they're trying to make it look interesting and fresh, but um there's only so much you can do with things, you know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of a lot of they're also doing a lot of remakes because there's only so much, you know. Excuse me. Hey, Rhonda. But yeah, my shop and house stuff and mom timing sucks. Yeah, you know, do what you can do, Rhonda. Not Rhonda. Do what you can do under your scars, and you know, also just to let everybody know, if you guys didn't have time to do some of this stuff and you still want to participate, please still do participate, even if it's like a week after his birthday, and then I'll still send him those pictures if you send them to me. Like, you know, it's better late than never, right? So, oh, it's up to you under your scars. You have my PayPal, so um, yeah. Merch shop is doing good. I think the code free Dassey is still working to give you guys 15%. I think you guys may, I think I set it for 2 weeks, so this might be coming up to the end of that. So make sure you guys pay attention if you guys want a t-shirt with a discount on it. And yeah. I took a picture earlier of myself wearing one of the t-shirts and I posted it on the event page. And then I took a couple of pictures of me holding the sign I made. But I'll be posting those in a couple of days because I want it as a reminder for you guys to do that. Yeah, no, I understand completely. Shipping in general sucks. Like, it used to be cheap. It used to be cheap to ship through UPS or United States Postal Service and all that, and now it's just getting more expensive. But I guess that's just you know, with the economy and all that, you know, it's just something's gotta, you know, inflation. Yeah, another year goes by. Exactly. You know, it's kind of a surreal. It's kind of because, like, you know, we're all here for Brendan and Steven, but a lot of us are also recognize that Teresa was wronged, and it really breaks my heart that Teresa is still, you know, not having that. Her family, I can't imagine if I know a lot of people aren't big fans of her family, but like if you think about it, I feel for them because, you know, their daughter's the one that's missed that, you know, died. And their daughter is the one that the assault is focused in on. And at the end of the day, even if Brendan and Steven get out, is their daughter really going to find justice? Like, are they really going to find the real killer? And I know we all have our own opinions on who that killer is, but like, I don't know. It just seems like I personally do not believe that the real killer will be prosecuted because I don't think the real killer. I don't like. Obviously, I don't think the Denny suspect currently is the real killer, and I don't. I think the only way that that real killer is going to be held accountable for what they did is if they themselves admit that they did it, because the way the corruption has gone with with everything, um you know, all the evidence that they have is basically um they didn't with Gregory Allen. Yeah, that's true. All the evidence that they have is been corrupted, it's been poisoned, it's not, you know what I mean? So, but yeah. So make sure manipulated, yep, yep. So on to a better topic though, make sure you guys get your birthday cards in to Brendan for um his birthday. He's turning 33. Here's his address. Make sure you guys include your first name and address, your name and your address on the envelope, the top left corner, and on the inside of the card or letters that you send to him. You can also use text behind and set up an account there, and you can send him a card or letter through that service, but you still should put your name and your address on that letter so he can write back to you. Hey, Emily, welcome. I think they tried to at one point under your scars. Somebody did. I know Brent technically Michael O'Kelly was considered, I mean, he was hired to do the polygraph, but Lynn Kaczynski also treated him like a private eye. But like I think Steven tried to hire a private eye at one point. I don't know if the family did though. Yeah, I think they have too. I don't think that they're looking for the real killer. I think they are satisfied with what they have. Yes, please send him a card. Also, and we're coming to that time of year. I sent him also a Halloween card, despite what happened on Halloween that year. Um, Brendan still enjoys Halloween. He enjoys candy. He enjoys watching all the kids and wearing their costumes, and he thinks it's really cool what people come up with. And hey, Maxine. So, yeah, he still likes Halloween. He's never not liked Halloween. So if you guys, send him a Halloween card too. Same rules as a birthday card, no glitter, no pop outs, no perfume, nothing that you can rip off and use as a shank in prison or anything like that. Um, you know, um, but yeah, and then we also have Thanksgiving coming up and when we have Christmas. So we've got some holidays. So consider buying those cards as soon as you see them. Find them a nice card and send them as that's what I do actually when I go to the store and I start seeing that certain cards are available, I'll buy them and then I'll set them aside. And then like the first week of that month, I'll send out those cards for him and I send Stephen Avery a card. Um, so there's other wrongfully convicted people I send a holiday card to. But yeah, so I would, start considering doing that and getting those cards going and because even Brendan can't get the physical copy of the card, but he still gets the copy of the card. Like he gets the copy of the card, and he still very much loves and appreciates every single person who puts time and effort to send him a card or a letter, and he really enjoys the mail. Oh yes, Emily. He definitely is one of the most positive and inspiring people in any situation I've ever met. He I every he calls me every Saturday and every phone call is just nothing but bright and laughter and just positivity. Like I wish I had his attitude. Because he really is one of those really awesome people that just like constantly you can tell he just smiles a lot, and I'm really proud to know him and call him a friend and that's why I tell you guys, write to him, become a friend too to him because he's an amazing person um, ask and and when you write to him, a lot of people say, because I'll go ahead and touch on this because a lot of people are like, well, I don't know what to write to him. Even just everyday stuff that you have going on in your life, something that even if you think it's like real simple and like or stupid or whatever, he enjoys reading about everybody's life, where they're from, who's in your family, do you have any animals, even something silly. Like I went to the store today and I saw that, they have Christmas decorations up now. What's up with that? So, just like you're talking to a friend. And it takes him, like, even these letters and cards and if you have, like, a funny story or anything, or even if you have plans for the holidays, share them with him. It takes him out of that cell for a brief moment when he reads these letters. So, that's how the TV and the movies and the books and the manga and all that stuff, and then our letters, and that's what keeps him going. So his family trips with it, or his family visiting him, it just, all this stuff that just keeps him going. So that's why every Sunday we do the send a letter Sunday. Send that letter once a week, and sometimes he'll reply back. If you can ask him questions too. I mean, nothing inappropriate or case related. Um, but just anything you want to ask him. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite animal? What's your favorite Pokemon? I used to ask him really off the wall questions. Like, I'm not even joking. If I could remember some of the questions, um, like off the top of my head, but I just remember asking him like really weird, and he'd answer them. I don't know, like he's probably like this weirdo, but like let me try to think of one that I used to ask him. Like I said, if you could go back in time and get any animal that's extinct, dinosaur, animal, whatever, get any animal to be your pet and bring it to this time, and then it'll be forever be your pet, which animal would it be? I asked him that once. Like, just really, like, I don't know, just like funny, stupid, silly questions. But he'd enjoy answering them. So that's why I'm like, yeah, ask him questions, guys. He really enjoys those. Um, and by the way, it was like a saber-toothed tiger. That's what he told me. He would go back in time to dinosaur and kidnap a saber-toothed tiger and make it his pet. But yeah. Um, yeah, Evers is ignoring us as per usual. That's the other thing, is that I've been mailing out postcards to people for them to mail to Governor Evers and to Mark Wiegert. If you guys haven't gotten any postcards from me and you'd like a postcard, please, long neck. Yeah, I would get a Triceratops. If you guys want any postcards from me, um, if you're in the UK, please email UK postcards for Brendan at gmail.com. If you're anywhere else in the world, please email me at brendantalks89 at gmail.com and we'll get you some postcards. Um, they are 100% free, and we just want you to do this for Brendan. Send him send Governor Evers postcards on his behalf. Send Mark Wiegert. If you're joining our Facebook group, Brendan Talks Facebook group, link is in the description below this video. There's like a whole bunch of addresses of people you can send a card to on behalf. A polite, supportive card for Brendan. Um, I'm almost out, to be honest with you, because I've been kind of like, if I have your address, you're getting a postcard from me. And you're also getting a Christmas card. That's coming up. So you're going to get a postcards from me and a Christmas card. But anyway, and that's just how I roll. I love sending out. Okay, Maxine, do me a favor. If you're in the UK, email UK postcards for Brendan at gmail.com with your name and address. If you're in America or anywhere else in the world, email brendantalks89 at gmail.com with your name and address, and we'll get those out to you guys. You're in New York? Yeah, so then email brendantalks 89 at gmail.com, and I'll mail them out to you this Friday. Yeah. But Yeah, I love sending Christmas cards to people. So if I have your address and it's in my address book, you will probably get Emily. Yeah. Well, as soon as you run out, drop me an email and I'll send you some more. Um oh, okay, that's right. I was gonna show you guys who won the contest in our little group. So I posted 3 designs that I did for wrongful conviction day. And hold on, let me bring it up. And there's one obvious winner. A lot of people like this one, so I made it into a postcard, and I'm going to be mailing, or I'm going to be ordering it this Friday. Um, Let me actually get that picture. Hold on. And I'll show you guys the winner. I'm probably there's another picture that I am going to make into a postcard that I haven't shown yet, so that one's going to be a surprise. But I probably will do that every couple of months. Is I'll post a design and say, vote for your favorite postcard, and I'll make it into a postcard. If I go through, like, that's the part of the problem is that I have so many ideas for postcards, but like if I don't want to have boxes of postcards just sitting around my room. I want you all to have a bunch of postcards sitting around your house so you can mail them. So if I don't get rid of these postcards, then I'm not going to order anymore until I get rid of what I have, right? So, but I'm about low on this box, so I'm going to go ahead and, excuse me, and start ordering another. But let me grab the picture here, and then I'll show you guys. I really like it too. I think everyone chose a good picture, and I kind of tweaked it a little bit. Can we send books to Brendan? You can order him books through Amazon. They have to be brand new, and they have to be appropriate, and they can't be. Oh, that's funny. How many envelopes because you got mail information, right? Or informant, Carol? So, like, is it just one envelope or is there 3? Because I think I sent you 3 in total. That's funny though. I'm still gonna give you a bunch tomorrow, so don't even worry about it. You'll have tons of postcards. I do that. Okay. Yes, 1. Oh, I hope the other 2 then show up. Because like I said, I sent you 2. I think I sent you 1 or 2 envelopes, and then you told me that you still hadn't gotten them, so then I sent you another one. So hopefully that envelope, hopefully those other ones show up. I'm sure they will. The mail, the mail for me is a hit or miss. Like sometimes it works out really well. Okay, bye underscores. Thank you. I'll send it to Brendan, and then I'll send you a screenshot. Yep, I'll send you a screenshot once I deposit the money for you, okay? Has car stamps? Okay, so then that one is the one I sent the second time when you told me you didn't get the other ones first. So I don't know what happened to the first set that I sent you. Or maybe that is the one that I sent. Wait. I don't remember now which one has the car stamps. I had the car stamps this last time too, but I think I had the car stamps the first time as well. I don't remember. Oh, well, anyway, I'm gonna give you a whole bunch when I see you tomorrow. So, uh, hopefully whoever has the other. But anyway, let me bring up this photo so you guys can see it. Share screen. Wait, cancel real quick. Would you consider putting yourself a wish list, a little something? Oh, no, 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 no. I appreciate the thought alone, but absolutely not. Please do not send me any money or anything. If you send me money, I will literally give it to Brendan. But I appreciate the thought. That is very sweet, Emily, but is completely and totally unnecessary. It would be a bad idea for me. It would be a bad idea. So please, please send. If here's what you can do for me, a little something for me for all doing this. That send Brendan a Christmas card, a letter, send if you want to send me a Christmas card back, hey, I'll gladly take a Christmas card. That's good enough for me. But yeah, no, it would be really, really bad. Bad things will happen if I yes, support Brendan. Yeah, bad things will happen if I do that. I will never hear the end of it from certain people. So yeah. I was thinking I could send German funny so he can learn a different language. Yeah, absolutely. You have my email, Dozer. All right. Yeah, buy the merch. That would make me really happy. Buy the merch. The money that goes from the merch goes to Brendan, but it makes me happy that you guys are validating what I'm making for you and that you're enjoying it. You know, that's what makes me happy. All right, so let me open this up. Yes, support Brendan. So it's that, yeah, it's just how it is, and that's okay. It's really okay. I would prefer everybody to concentrate on Brendan. You know what I mean? But the thought alone is wonderful. So thank you for the thought. The thought alone just really is enough for me. So thank you. All right, let me. All right, so here's the winner of the postcard question thingy majigger that I asked the group. Like, who would you want to see? Which postcard? Which design would you like to see as a postcard? And ta-da! This one. So I made it into a postcard. And I did change it a little bit because I did misspell the wrongfully convicted part, which is not a big deal. So I changed the text. I added the Brendan Talks and the bringbrendanhome.org on the bottom. But yeah, here you go. We've got our postcard that I'm going to be making into a postcard here soon. And then as soon as it takes like a week or two for me to get those once I order them. But once I get them, I will post them in the group. And then I'll, with a little announcement saying I'm ready. If you guys want to take a postcard, let me know and I'll definitely send you some. And then after that, once I get the ones that definitely want some postcards, I'm going to send everybody else I have addresses for the same postcard. So you will be getting this postcard, whether you like it or not. I'm joking. If you really don't want a postcard from me and you have an address, just let me know. I won't be offended. And his cruise could large together would not be long is all. What? I was thinking, is Megan here? I didn't see Megan. Oh, Carol, the QR code. Hey, Megan. Okay, there's still time to add a QR code. Thank you, Carol. Oh, the QR code. I keep forgetting that. I got it. I'll add the QR code. Hey, Megan, I've been praying for you and your family. Oh, Sully. Oh, I was thinking Brendan and his Sully could put together someone who, so the night would not be so long as well. Yeah, absolutely. Any kind of jokes you send me, I will gladly pass along to Brendan, even if they're in German. You could ask if I could just get the translation for those jokes so I can include them, so then that way, you know, naps are good. I always suggest, especially when you're stressed or anxious, that's what helps me when I have, it sounds weird, but when I have really bad anxiety, I will take a Benadryl and knock me out and try to sleep, and I usually wake up feeling a lot better. I don't suggest that also, by the way, because um, I'm sure that somehow is like like I'm sure a psychiatrist somewhere would be like, no, don't do that. That's medicating yourself. You shouldn't do that. But I mean, it works. So I don't. It works for me. Self medication. That's what they call it when you do things to. Although I don't know the description of my morning. Yeah, I actually when I was this is, you know, story time. When I was going to therapy, I used to drink a lot, and that's when my therapist was like, "You're self-medicating with alcohol." And now I don't drink at all. I miss it though. It's just not all the time. Yeah, exactly. Just you can't like do it every time. Yep, that's what I do. When my anxiety. So you're saying you're not a doctor? I only play one on TV, Carrie. I act like a doctor sometimes. I acted like I know it all, but I really don't know anything. I just regurgitate information that I've stored in my noggin throughout the years, and it makes me seem smarter than I really am. Anyway, so yeah, but that's what I used to have really bad panic attacks. Like I used to have panic attacks like 2 or 3 times a day. Like no joke. Like I was not functioning. I was not doing good. Um, And so when I start to get a panic attack, I would take 2 Benadryl and then I'd lay down, and it would help, with avoid a panic attack. Now I'm on medication that, keeps me from having panic attacks every day, 2 or 3 times a day, unless something seriously happens and then it's harder. But did you guys know it was Mental Health Awareness? Is it Mental Health Awareness Day or month? Day or something like that? Like a day or 2 ago? That's something that Governor Evers, I noticed on Twitter. He talks about the mental health of students in Wisconsin, and I literally feel like throwing up. Not like literally, but you know what I mean. Because, like, I think, like, the mental health that Brendan went through as a child, um, being in this situation and then being thrown in prison for life, like, the mental, like, I couldn't, I just, I don't. yeah, how can I don't understand how Governor Evers can use like, "Oh, I'm from child and I'm for children's safety and I'm for like advocating for children's rights and all that stuff and blah blah blah." And then you have a guy who's literally been in prison since he was 16 waiting for you to do something, Governor Evers. And how dare you use children in your state as some sort of platform to be reelected when you don't even care? You don't care, because if you cared about the children in your state, you would care about Brendan and what happened to Brendan. That would make you like, if I was the governor of Wisconsin, I mean, obviously Brendan would have been freed 4 years ago, but like I would be concentrating also on correcting like this child interrogation laws to keep this from ever happening again to another child, because it does happen all the time in Wisconsin. It does happen all the time, because even just months before Brendan, another kid went through this almost the same exact scenario, but his confession was dropped because that's when they decided to start recording confessions. And I forget the person's name. Megan in chat probably remembers it because me and her were talking about it once, and she made a TikTok video about it. But yeah. So you can't say that it's not a problem in Wisconsin, because it's clearly happening to multiple children. Enough to where you had that's the thing about laws, people. Like if somebody creates a law for something, it's because it it happened or it's messed up or something. You know what I mean? Like they don't just think of a law and be like, "Oh, we should just cut it before it happens." Like, no, they usually wait until something very bad happens and then they make a law to make sure that it doesn't happen again. And sometimes the laws are stupid laws, like you're not allowed to walk with ice cream in your back pocket in the middle of June. Like there's an actual law out there like that. So there is a story though of why they made that law. You know, something happened to where they were like, shit, we need to make a law to make sure this doesn't happen again. Whatever the story is, I don't know. But that's kind of what's happening here. Is you've got these kids who are being thrown in prison for life for crimes that they didn't commit, for false confessions. You know, it's a problem. So what are you just going to keep like, "Oh, I'm for kids, I'm for mental health and the children in schools," and but this happened in your schools, Governor Evers. Brendan was interrogated in one of your schools in Wisconsin. Twice. Was he a principal at that point? I'd like to look up Governor Evers's where did he work? What school was he working at when this happened with Brendan? That's what I would like to know. Did it bother you, Governor Evers? Like when you were back in 2005, if you were a teacher then, right? So did it bother you to see a student in Wisconsin being taken from his school and interrogated in a classroom and being told like disgusting things like about body parts and stuff like that? You know, burning in fires, and then did they take him unlawfully from his school? And I know it's legal that they took him, but I think it should be unlawfully, because you have somebody who like did the school just gave him over. Like there was no they informed Barb later, "Oh, we're taking your kid." There was no like anything like well, we need to hold the kid here until the parent comes and signs them out. No, it was just like, here, take the kid and go to the police station. And then they informed Barb. And she went on a wild goose chase, by the way. A lot of people think that Barb knew where he was and blah, blah, blah. She didn't really know where he was. She went to like 2 or 3 different police stations looking for him. Yeah, see, they that's how it should have been, Dozer, here. They should have had him sitting in the office saying, "Okay, you want to take this kid? Then we're going to," because he wasn't arrested. If he wasn't being arrested, he was being detained. But that's not arrested. He wasn't in cuffs or anything. He wasn't a danger to anybody. So they could have had him sit in the office, wait for Barb to show up, and then they could have taken him and Barb, and would have it helped? Maybe a little bit, you know? It probably would have helped a little bit. Anyway, they lied to him. Yeah, they lied to him. That's what I don't understand. It's like I literally every time I see Governor Evers talk about children in Wisconsin, I feel like it's a slap to the face of what happened to Brendan, because it's like, how dare you? How dare you say you care, but then you don't do anything for Brendan? I know Governor Evers probably had an opinion back then, because if he was still a teacher, or even if he wasn't a teacher, but if he saw it on the news, you gotta know he's got to have felt something in his heart for this kid. He had to have felt something about a kid being taken out of school and then questioned like this and then being arrested. And then to sit there now, almost 20 years later, running for governor and trying to use kids as some sort of excuse on why you should be governor again, when you didn't even do, like, what did you do that was so um great anyway so far? Like, you haven't addressed the sorry, the dog I think just threw up behind me. Anyway, you hadn't addressed, like, any of the justice system in Wisconsin, like you said you were. The prisons are still overcrowded. You were gonna fix that. I mean, what better way of fixing that than to free an innocent person from jail, by the way? But no, he didn't touch that one. He didn't, there's supposedly this juvenile detention center, that I think it's, like, the only one I've read or something like that, and it's doing really bad. Like, it's a bad place to go. And, they've been calling for it to be shut down for a while. Now, I don't believe that anybody, I would say, under the age of 20 should be sent to a prison with people over the age of 20. And there's a very good reason for that. Because if you talk to any, all right, so like my friend Devin, for instance, he was incarcerated for a crime he did commit. He's not innocent in it. I mean, but he's out now. He did his time, so he's doing, out here. But anyway, when I would talk to him, he would tell me that people under the age of 20 should not be sent to prison with these adults because they will take advantage of them in so many ways. And that didn't happen with Brendan. Luckily, Brendan was very well protected in prison. Um, God was looking out for Brendan. But, like, just in general, um, yeah, no. He was like, they when he saw, like, an 18-year-old being sent to prison, he said his heart would hurt for the guy because he was just, I mean, it's not like what you think taken advantage of. I mean, like, they would bully them, take their money, take their commissary, blah, blah, blah. That kinda stuff, and, like, make them do, like, favors for them, like, "Go beat up this person, go beat up," because they think that they have to do that, right? But anyway, yeah, so that's why, I know a lot of people are like, if you do the crime as an adult, then you need to do the time as an adult. And, once you turn 18, you're an adult. I think a lot of us agree that if you had a child and they turned 18, I think we can all agree that they are not. I mean, they might be responsible, but they're still a kid at some ways. So anyway, I mean, it's completely getting off from what I was like course from what I was saying. But anyway, I'm just saying, like, they should have a separate prison for people who are under the age of 20 versus adults. Brendan, as a 16-year-old, never should be sent to an adult prison. Ever. Never should have set foot in an adult prison, much less prison at all. So there's that. 18, and no, it's not an adult. I will fight any 18-year-old too. Like, I don't even care. You are not an adult. You're still just a child. And you're going to be a child until you're at least 22, 23, in my opinion. That's when I would think you're more. But yeah, that's just my opinion on that one. I know there's like really responsible like teenagers, by the way, so like no shade towards somebody that has one of those, but like, yeah, no. Anyway, I just started ranting and raving here. But yeah, this is the new postcard. And like I said, Friday I'll order more postcards. I'm gonna order, and then I'm gonna order another design. I'll show you guys as soon as I have it. And that's my friend calling. So that's my cue. I'm gonna be ending this live, and I will be talking to you guys Friday. All right, be safe, be kind, and do positive things for Brendan.
The rules that Governor Evers has issued say nothing about restricting his ability to issue commutations. A commutation is the shortening of a sentence, and so that's one option on the table still for Brendan Dassey. And as for his rules regarding pardons, those rules say nothing about the case of someone who is actually innocent, like Brendan Dassey. When you have an innocent person sentenced to life behind prison, that's exactly the situation that the clemency power was tailor-made to address. This is a case that federal judges have called a profound miscarriage of justice, and we're calling on Governor Evers to remedy that injustice today.